All right. It's your girl, Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel. We will not be talking about hair. We will not be talking about food. We are getting back to talking about this narcissist. I want to welcome back my community of love and unity. It's your girl, and I'm back. All right, you guys, we are going to get into a lot of details that are needed for you to be empowered, that is needed for you to be encouraged, and that is needed for you to be uplifted during this time. Now, to all of the ones that have been here from day one, hey, shouts out to you. And to those of you who are just coming across my videos, welcome to the community. And if you have not signed up, what are you waiting on? So let's do a little quick recap before we get into some of the more details that you're going to need as you're going through your journey of healing and your journey of being delivered, from your run-in with the narcissist, and also your awakening. Okay, so when you first met the narcissist, you did not know that the narcissist was actually a demon force that was sent into your life to stop you in your destiny and the call that God has on your life. Now, I understand that there are a couple of words that's being thrown out there. So I'm going to apply this to chosen ones. I'm going to apply this to empaths. I'm going to apply this to light workers, those who have been called by God. You could be a prophet. You could be a prophetess. You could be a pastor. You could be a teacher. You fall under all of these categories because you have something that God has deposited in you, that He has birthed through you. Okay. Even when you're going through trials and tribulations. Okay. So let me start from the beginning. Now, for those of you that have been on this channel, you know the deal, but I'm still going to do a recap anyway, because it's very important to do a recap, because I'm not sure who will catch this video or my videos at any a point of time. And I want to make sure that things are covered that someone new doesn't know, or someone that's here needs confirmation and know that what I'm saying they can relate to. Okay, not that someone is new that's coming on here cannot relate, because the purpose of you finding this video is because what I'm saying resonates with your spirit, man, resonates with you personally. Your intuition is saying ding, 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 confirmation. That light bulb moment, like when it says da-na-na-na-na, Inspector Gadget, da-na-na-na-na, ooh, ooh, Inspector Gadget, da-na-na-na-na, dun, dun. This is when you're going to investigate and look for confirmations that you felt in your intuition, you felt in your gut. You believe that God was saying something to you, but you did not understand what God was communicating with you as you were going through this process. So let's start in the beginning. When you met the narcissist, you didn't see the narcissist for who they were, and that was intentionally, and that was on purpose. Because if the narcissist would have showed you who they were in the first place, you wouldn't give them the time of day. Message. Now, when you met the narcissist was kind. The narcissist was gentle. The narcissist, gave you a falseness of who they are, but showed you the genuineness of who you are. Because when a narcissist meets you, they're not coming to you as who they are, because the narcissist doesn't even know who they are. The narcissist will take on other personalities, because the narcissist does not have a personality of their own, because they don't know how to be themselves, except for when they're trying to control you and show you what their real nature is about, because this is something that they do. Now, the narcissist had mirrored you. Okay. And what that means is that the narcissist has been studying you way before you even met the narcissist. You just didn't know that the narcissist had already picked you, chose you, and targeted you from day one before they even met you. So what they did was they studied your attributes. They studied the essence of who you are. They studied your personality. They studied you. Okay? They studied your mannerisms. They had sat there and studied, how you say certain things, how they did it was mirroring you to a T. Okay? Now, when they mirrored you, this is what they use as a mask when they introduce themselves to you. They copied the essence of who you were. So when you met the narcissist, you was meeting yourself. Okay? All that coolness. Okay? You know how they say, I want to hang out with the cool kid because you a cool kid. Even though you be behind the scenes and things in that nature, they sat there and studied your attributes so that when they were ready to introduce themselves to you, you would see you and not actually see them with the mask that they were wearing. Because that mask is pretty much a barrier, okay? It's a barrier between who they are, but shining a light on who you are. So they used your attributes. They used your personality. They used you to introduce themselves to you. Okay? Now, I know that may sound a little confusing, but for those of you who understand these words that are coming out of my mouth, you get it. But for those of you who don't, and that doesn't mean that you don't get it, but I want you to understand. So I'm going to give you an example. When you are getting ready for work or school or whatever it is you're doing in your day and you're getting dressed, what do? You look in the mirror to see your reflection. Okay, you go, you comb your hair, you want to make sure everything is right, nice and tight. Okay, and you look into the mirror and you see yourself. So what the narcissist did was when they were mirroring you, they were doing a reflection of who you are. Now, they did this as a way of disguising who they really are as a person. So when you saw them as non-threatening, which they were hoping that you would see them as, that's when they were calculating, okay, how they were going to run game on you, okay, to mess with your mental, to mess with your emotions, to mess with your spirit, and to mess with your destiny. Now, when the narcissist introduced themselves to you as a non-threatening person, you saw them as someone that you thought was cool. And truthfully, I'm not going to say they were cool, but the attributes that you saw about yourself, that's what you were drawn to. And that's what the narcissist was counting on. So after you I won't say spent time with the narcissist yet, but once you get to that phase, that's when the narcissist is going to want to hang out or they want to, engage in more conversation with you. So the narcissist at this point is going to throw in that love bombing, which I like to call fake love bombing. Okay. So what they're doing is telling you things that you want to hear. And this is another tactic that they use as a form of manipulation, which is also a form of witchcraft. This is how they get you in that love bombing stage to put you under a spell. Now, when you do hang out with the narcissist, you may have had a good time, you enjoyed their company, you sat down with the narcissist, you had conversations with them, and you felt like, wow, this person is really a good listener. And narcissists are good listeners because what they're doing is taking mental notes on what makes you tick. They already know certain things that they mirrored, but now they need to go a little deeper in order for them to put you into their grasp, okay? Because they're trying to trap you like they do an animal when a hunter is out tracking animals to capture. Because the whole game of the narcissist is to trap you. So when you sat there and you talked to the narcissist, okay, you spilled the tea. And you spilled the tea because the narcissist made you very comfortable. And they do that intentionally and on purpose because they are expecting for you to share. Share what makes you happy. Shares with what you don't feel that makes you happy. What makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you angry. Things in that nature, because what they're doing at that stage, okay, they are getting you to trust them. Because if they can gain trust from you, then they know that you're going to open up. Like I said in my past videos, okay, you're like a flower. Okay, when a flower is closed, shut tight, when you get those roses, okay, what do? You put them in, you put them in some water in the little solution that it comes with, right? When you put it in the water and you leave it there, what winds up happening? Over time, okay, that flower that was closed is going to open. And that's what the narcissist was doing to you, okay? They made you feel so comfortable to where you started to let your walls down. And when you did that, you were allowing the narcissist access into your life. Now, when you were sharing this information, the narcissist was scripting a script to become everything that you said you wanted. Okay. And that could be work-wise. That could be an intimate relationship. That could be a business partner. They're going to use the information that you give to them as a way of scripting a script so that they can become that character that you said that you were looking for or needed based on the information that you provided. Okay. Now, once you provided that information, they scripted a script. Okay. And when they scripted the script, they use your attributes to go along with that script because they know that in order for them to pull that off, they're going to have to create, okay, a way for you to believe that this is who they are. So when they gain your trust through the love bombing and, making sure that they were good listeners and, making sure that they showed up if you invited them places and things of that nature. They wanted you to know that they could be trusted. At least that's the game. Now, once the narcissist knows that they have gained your trust, this is when that mask comes off. Okay? Now, when that mask comes off, this is when you see all that the narcissist is. But this causes confusion because you're like, wait a minute, this is not the person that I met. And you will be right. It's not. Because the person that you met was you. The person that you are actually recognizing and see is who they were all along. The narcissist bamboozled you. The narcissist tricked you into believing that they were something that they're not. You remember the illustration that I told you guys? You thought you was getting a Gucci, but you wound up getting a Fucci. Okay, a counterfeit, a fraud, a pretender. This is what you were getting when you saw the narcissist, or when the narcissist revealed to you their true intentions of what they really wanted from you. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what do they want from me? Your destiny, child. They want the call that God has on your life. And they want to be you because they don't have the tools to be able to be themselves, because narcissists are unhealed people who have been traumatized in their young childhood. And this is something that they never recovered from. Not because they're not capable of doing it, but they will not do the work. Now, the narcissist showed you who they were. You were confused. And you should have been confused, because that is the tactic of the narcissist, to cause reasonable doubt. But what you don't realize and understand is that during that time, the narcissist was actually reprogramming you. They were reprogramming the way you think, the way you process things. They wanted to cause this confusion because they wanted to gain even more trust from you, to make you believe that they were trustworthy, that you can depend on them, and that everything that they say is accurate. And that you're overreacting. No, you're not. You were spot on and right on. But the narcissist is not going to allow you to think that, which is why the narcissist will do everything that they can to reprogram you. Now, to my IT techs out there, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I say reprogram. So what they were doing was trying to wipe clean, your computer base, your process, the way you think. And they wanted to create apps, to reprogram you to function and act in a certain way that will appease the narcissist. Y'all remember the video where I said, you remember when Eddie Murphy was talking to Vanessa Bell and Coming to America, and I'm talking about the first one? What did he say? He was like, what do you like? And she was like, whatever you like. And then he asked her, what kind of foods you like? She was like, whatever you like. So what he was looking for was for you to be able to say to them, whatever you like. Now, the reason why they was doing that is because they wanted to control you. The narcissist wanted to control your destiny and the gifts that you have inside of you, because you are destined for greatness and destined to do great things. Okay? Now, the narcissist had did all of these things because the narcissist, okay, is a demon. And that demon's job was to make sure that they could control your gifts, your talents, okay? They wanted to control your purpose for the kingdom of darkness. Now, let's go and talk a little further. So, as a narcissist is doing this, the narcissist already has someone else lined up, which is called, I like to call him a candidate, because truthfully, technically, that's what they are, candidates that he is interviewing to add as supply. So the narcissist wanted to make sure that you understood that you could trust them. Okay? And they knew that they had to use gaslighting, breadcrumbing you, all of these types of techniques to make you feel as if you were the problem, that you're causing this friction, that you're causing them to behave in a way that they naturally already behave, but you did not know this. You had intuition, you had gut feelings, you had God telling you that things wasn't right about this individual, but you could not understand what it was that you felt in your gut and in your intuition. Now, you did lean on your own understanding, and we all do. And what wind up happening is when you leaned on your own understanding, that's what the narcissist was banking on. That you would not question them, but that you would question yourself. They wanted you to think that you were the problem and the issue, and you were never the problem nor the issue. When you started to question the narcissist about their behavior, oh baby, that's when they sat over there and they lit you up and threw everything that they could possibly throw at you, including the kitchen sink. Okay, to let you know that you're not perfect. Of course not. None of us is perfect. They wanted to let you know you wasn't flawless. No, we're not. We all make mistakes. But here's the thing and the difference between you and the narcissist. You know that you're not perfect. You know that you're not flawless. But you can admit where you missed the mark. You can acknowledge that. But the narcissist, oh no, baby, everything is your fault, your problem. You did this. Now tell me, how is it that people are flawed and the narcissists think that they perfect? When Jesus even said, I do a perfect work in you. Now granted, the narcissist is not saved, but you do have some narcissists that are spiritual narcissists, okay? But that's another subject. Now, when you were going through this process, okay, and the narcissist was sitting over here giving you reasonable doubt, you kind of shrugged it off. Okay, and was like, okay, maybe I was tripping. Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, okay, well, they did have this trauma because they give you this sad story and you're letting them off the hook. And that's what they're hoping for. Because when you let them off the hook, that also opens the door for them to continue their manipulation. So now what winds up happening is they have you in a spot where they want you. So then they will ghost you, don't talk to you, give you the silent treatment, things in that nature. Now, that's another part of manipulation, because what they're looking for is for you to chase them, for you to look for them. Okay? And when you do that, that's when it's confirming to them that their manipulation on you is working. But baby, when it's not working, oh, baby, you sending that narcissist in a narcissistic rage. Because at this point, they got to see how the heck that they can gain the control. Because they know that it didn't stick. It didn't work. And this is where you come in at the part of where the narcissist starts to hoover you. Popping up, you know, like the pop. Okay, pop. Pop up like popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. Just pop up. You know, wanting to put fear in you. Because narcissists, not all narcissists, it depends on the type of narcissist you're dealing with. Some narcissists will be like, it's too much supply out here for me to be wasting my time chasing after this one. But then you have some narcissists to where if a narcissist is stalking you the way that they're doing, they don't have it going on as they say they do. They don't have what they say that they have or what they can provide for you or do for you. They don't. Because a narcissist that knows how to cut their ties and leave and don't return and come back, that's a narcissist right there that knows it's too much supply out here that I can gain versus trying to get this one. Now, yes, there's different type of supply. You got the grade A supply, but the narcissists know they can't keep no grade A supply. They can't. How you gonna keep some grade A supply when that's a chosen one? You can't keep no chosen one, no matter how many times you stalk. No matter how many times you sit over here and try to hoover somebody and think that they are just going to sit over here and come back to you and go back into that nonsense and mess. No. Because not only did you discover and recognize that you were right all along, but what the narcissist did was violate you. They had straight up there betrayed you. It was straight betrayal. This is what the narcissist did. And you recognize that, which is why you left the narcissist. Because you recognize and realize that you was bamboozled. You was tricked. You was lied to. You found out that your Gucci was a Fucci. You found out that it was a counterfeit. You found out it was a whole damn lie. And that hurt you. And that's what the narcissist wanted, because the narcissist wanted to make sure that you was in so much pain and so much hurt that if they could not capture you, they wanted to make sure that you wasn't the same that you was when you started. And you know what? You never are the same. And it's not a bad thing that you are not like you used to be, because you become better. That old version of you needed to go. And God used it as an opportunity, okay, to rebirth you. To awaken you, for you to recognize that he was separating the goat from the sheep. To let you know that there is the kingdom of darkness and the kingdom of heaven. God was letting you know the difference between good and evil. So when you went through this traumatic experience, it didn't break you. It just rearranged you and made you better. Now, I'm going to come back later and we're going to talk more about this subject, but I wanted to do a recap because I want you guys to win. And I want you guys to understand that this was not your fault. I want you to understand that you have a destiny and a purpose, and that narcissist that was sent could not stop you. Now, they may have delayed you, but they couldn't stop you. Because God has his hands on you. And the blood of Jesus covers you and protects you. And even though this narcissist used these spells and witchcraft on you, God delivered you out of it all. Now, we are going to talk more about more details in regards to the narcissist, but I wanted to start here because I wanted you guys to understand that the Lord has not forsaken you, but God did resurrect you. I'll see you guys in the next video.